Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts at patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
To be or not to be? Not to be.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Draft Action Hero.
Welcome to a brand new episode of whatever this show is that we still continue to do.
Yeah!
It keeps happening.
The show where we say stuff, we say words, and you listen to us to, I don't know what, go to bed? Get some sort of sexual thrill? What are you? What are you doing right now? Tell us.
Yes. Don't tell us, but continue doing that thing.
Yeah, continue to. Well, say out loud what you're doing right now. Say, I am washing the dishes.
Yeah.
Just say the thing out loud.
I want you to know that I assume it has something, it's something sexual. Like, that's just my baseline assumption.
Yeah, with a partner or not.
Or not. You know.
Yeah.
Just some sort of healthy expression of sexuality is involved with listening to this show.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. First of all, I got to thank James Rainey. Woo! They're the ones who made this all happen. Thank you, James.
Indeed.
This has been a weird ride, folks. A weird-ass ride. And we're at episode 11 of this. And that is,
what?
Animals!
Animal sidekicks!
Folks, this was suggested to us on the internet by Dave Morris and Bart Fartican. I think multiple people talked about the idea of animal sidekicks. So we decided to do just that. And also, I should probably mention for people who never listened to this before.
Oof.
What we're going to do, we're deep in it. We're going to roll a series of scenarios. We're going to roll an overall scenario, a group of henchmen, and a location. And we're basically drafting specific action hero characters to fight in that situation.
Yes.
And to beat people up. And it's sort of like role-playing. It's like role-playing, Tom.
Yeah. It's a little bit like role-playing.
It's a little bit like role-playing. We're the DMs, so it's like clumsy improv.
Yeah, emphasis on the clumsy. And on the word like. It's like improv.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like children playing make-believe.
Yes.
Like, you're like, oh, I'm Wolverine. I go into this room, I kill them all. And there's like no DM, so you can just be the hero. You know, like you just have total control.
Yeah.
So it's unfair, you know? But I think we're essentially breaking down what these characters would do in this specific scenario. That's the idea. It's to show that action heroes are terrifying and weird. And in this case, we're going to talk about animal sidekicks. Which, it's going to be interesting. So, I guess I should list what these are, right?
Yeah. So we've Dave and I off mic have brainstormed a pool of candidates for this draft, and
That's
there's some stars in here.
Yeah, there's some stars. We did not. We didn't just choose action for the most part, but we tried.
Yeah,
right.
We made an attempt that is should defend us against any legal repercussions.
Yeah. So the first one I actually want to talk over right now instead of starting the list. Our first one listed is the dolphins from Jaws 3.
Yes.
2 questions.
Uh-huh.
What are their names? It's like Sandy and something, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
yes.
Which dolphin do we get to choose? Do we get both dolphins? Is that unfair?
No, I think you get both dolphins. They're a package deal.
Okay. So first up, the dolphins in Jaws 3.
It's Sandy and hold on, I'll look it up.
Sure.
Dolphins
You look it up.
in Jaws 3 names.
Name.
Sandy. And come on, you fucks.
Well, one of them's Sandy. That's all we need to know.
Cindy.
Next up,
Cindy and Sandy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
All right. Cindy and Sandy. Next up, the dogs in John Wick 3. Another 3. I don't know their names.
I don't think
Halle
we
Berry's
hear their names, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be a good pick ultimately because without a human, they might just like shit on the floor, you know?
They might just stand there, yeah.
Next up, Amy in Congo.
Yeah!
Absolutely. After that, General, the cat in Cat's Eye, which is definitely an action star.
Yeah, he's done some shit. He does a couple of stunts, fucks up a little gremlin.
Yeah, exactly. After that, Gizmo from Gremlins.
Whee!
Technically an animal.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely
he's an
doing
animal
action
sidekick.
stuff.
He counts. It's more in Gremlins 2 when he starts to really start fucking people up.
Yeah. After that,
really start cracking some skulls. Anyway.
Abu.
Abu.
Aladdin's monkey. Classic, obvious,
Pretty
it's
classic
Abu.
sidekick,
Abu.
yeah.
When you think animal sidekicks, you think Abu.
Yeah.
This one is iffy. Howard the Duck. Technically not a sidekick.
Right. Well, it depends on whose point of view. Like, I'm sure Leah Thompson regards Howard as her sidekick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Lot of things that can be done with Howard. Hooch from Turner and Hooch. Just a fucking dog.
A drunk ass dog.
Yeah, picture a dog. Yeah, you picture Hooch. The ferret in Kindergarten Cop, which Tom informed me really pulls its weight.
Yeah, no, the ferret plays an integral role in the finale of Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. Next up, Jonesy.
Jonesy.
Or Aliens, which is the action one. So we'll go with Aliens.
Alien and Aliens, yeah. That's where Jonesy appears.
the cat.
Yep.
On the same theme, Spot from Star Trek. So, some of those movies were, in fact, action.
Yeah,
There's action in Star Trek.
It's in
That is
Star Trek
Data's
Generations, yeah.
cat. Yeah,
Like,
Data's cat.
the cat survives the crashing of the Enterprise.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it does. But yeah. Spot is not a very resourcely animal for this.
No, it's just a cat. It's the Hooch of cats. Although Hooch plays a more active role.
Yeah. Milo from The Mask.
Yep.
This is the dog.
Jim Carrey's dog in The Mask.
Yep. Obviously, Scooby-Doo. Not really an action animal.
He's gotten through some scrapes.
Yeah,
Plus, he's a
very useful.
detective. Yeah.
Scooby can talk, so
Yeah.
Goose in Captain Marvel.
The cat.
That's the cat that eats things.
That is not a cat.
Yep. Next up, Shadowfax.
The Lord of
horse.
Horses.
The Lord of Horses, the best horse. And finally, the animal sidekick we're all thinking about, Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm. The Wookiee.
The Wookiee. It's an animal, folks. Don't think otherwise.
Listen. Here's how we just 90% of the lines that Han says to Chewie are screamed at Chewie.
Yeah.
He treats Chewie like his dog.
Yeah, and you know what? A gorilla could operate a crossbow. Mm-hmm. There's no evidence that Chewie isn't an animal.
Right. A gorilla could fire a crossbow and co-pilot the Millennium Falcon.
Exactly.
I bet if you gave Amy a crossbow, she'd figure it out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Tom, I don't have a quarter on me. Do you want me to get one? while we're? Here, I'll get one real quick. It's real quick.
All right.
Tom,
I'm looking around and I'm not seeing anything.
Here we go.
Nope. There's no change on my desk.
Here we go. I'm back. I'm
All right.
already back.
Okay.
It's a penny. I grabbed the first fucking thing I could find.
Listen, as long as it has two sides, just flip it.
Right. All right. So
you could have flipped your desk, technically.
Yeah, you're right. Shit, I should have done that.
Yeah. You wasted so much time running and getting a stupid coin.
Yeah. All right. Call it, Tom.
Tails.
It's tails.
See, because it's
You've
animals.
been mostly, I know we broke the pattern, but you've mostly still been.
I think I've only lost one coin toss, right?
You've only lost one,
Yeah.
Which means you get to start the draft,
Okay.
and then we'll get into rolling the locations and stuff.
Do we have like a celebrity come on and ring the bell to signify the beginning of the draft, like they do with Wall Street?
We don't have a celebrity or a bell.
Well, technically we do. We have a David Bell who is a celebrity.
Ooh, yeah.
You see what the fuck I just did? All right.
That's art, man.
All right. So I get first pick.
You can only pick one, and then
I can only pick one. Yeah, these are draft. The rules of the draft.
Yep.
I picked Jonesy.
All right. Jonesy it is for Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm going to pick Chewy because
Sure.
it's Chewy. I'm going to pick So I don't think that okay, we got a lot to go through here. We got a lot. I'm going to pick Milo from The Mask.
All right. I'll take General,
It's a good pick.
and I will take the Ferret.
That's a good pick as well. All right, now I'm going to take Scooby-Doo because fucking
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo. He
Talking dog.
You could send him to go get everybody lunch. He can speak.
yeah, he can speak. I'm also going to pick Abu because Abu I think would be
Abu,
really
yeah, I
useful
should've got Abu.
in a lot of situations. Yeah,
Sort of forgot who was on the board.
yeah, oh yeah. It's all you. You got. Yeah, you got. You
I'm
got.
gonna take Amy. Amy's a
yeah.
pretty good one.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll take. You know what we should have done? We should have included Bart the Bear from The Edge.
Too late. Not a sidekick.
Not a
but,
sidekick.
yeah.
God dang! I guess I'll get. I guess I'll take Spot.
Spot some Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, there's still some.
Oh wait,
You got another pick.
wait! No, I'm not taking Spot.
Okay.
I'm taking Hooch.
Hooch.
Yeah, I want that drunk ass dog.
You got another pick.
No, I don't. I picked Amy and Hooch.
Oh, my bad. You could have.
I could have, but I'm an
Took
honorable.
advantage.
I'm an honorable
All right,
opponent.
I'm gonna pick those stupid dolphins.
Yeah, you are. Cindy and Sandy.
And I guess I'm gonna grab Shadowfax.
The Lord of Horses.
It's weird.
Yeah.
There's literally a cat that swallows things, and neither of us have taken it yet.
Well, now I will.
Okay.
All right,
You get Goose.
I'm taking Goose. Who's left on the board?
Take Goose. Spot, Howard, Gizmo, the John Wick dogs.
I'll take Gizmo.
Yeah, that's fair. You got another one.
Nope.
Oh no, you just took a. God damn it, Dave! You can count.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm getting Spot and Howard the Duck.
Sure.
You get the John Wick dogs.
Yay.
Which are kind of useful. It's a weird one for us to have picked last, especially since Spot. I'm just picking because I like Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your team, you have the John Wick dogs, Amy and Congo, General the Cat, the Ferret and Kindergarten Cop, Jonesy from Aliens, Hooch, Goose from Captain Marvel, and Gizmo. On my team, I have Howard the Duck, Spot from Star Trek, the Dolphins in Jaws 3, Abu from Aladdin, Milo from The Mask, Scooby-Doo from Scooby-Doo, Chewbacca from something, and Shadowfax from The Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm. The Lord of the Horses.
All right.
Lord of the Horses.
The
Day.
Lord of the Horses in The Lord of the Rings.
He's a
So now-
terrible despot ruling over his horse fiefdom.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He's a monster. Shadowfax.
A terrible monster, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a horse.
Gallops
Horses are.
down to the valley to claim the right of prima nocta.
All right. So we've gotten past that, and it's time to... okay, we did our draft. It's time to roll the premise.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we have a location, a group of henchmen, and a scenario.
do we
to roll
do
from.
the scenario first?
I think we do whatever's fun.
Okay.
And I think scenario last this time. Because the scenario also might nullify the first two.
That's true.
So, starting with location, we have a Wild West town. In the Wild West. A medieval castle. I guess in medieval times.
Yeah.
The White House.
The wild medieval West.
Yeah, the Wild Medieval West. The White House in White House times.
In the Wild West.
Yeah, in the Wild West. Theme park.
In the Wild West.
No word. Yeah, I guess. A Wild West airplane. And a museum. Do you want to add or subtract anything from this list?
I would like to add in the Wild West to the museum.
Okay, not airplane?
Well, you already said airplane. You said Wild West airplane.
All right. I'm adding in the Wild West to all of these. So this is already going to be a problem. The White House in the Wild. So is the medieval castle...
It's still a medieval castle. We'll just be visiting it during the Wild West.
Got it. I got it. Okay, here I go. I'm spinning the wheel. The wheel is spinning. Which Wild West theme? Museum.
Yeah!
Wild West Museum.
Fucking Wild West Museum.
I don't know what that means.
It's going to be full of dumb P.T. Barnum shit like the Fiji Mermaid.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So for henchmen, we have an evil sports team. Dinosaur clones, cannibals, wasteland marauders, generic terrorists, and robots. You want to add or subtract anything to this?
No.
Okay. I'm spinning it. We're doing it.
Do it.
It hit marauders, wasteland marauders in a museum. So they're looting the museum.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we need a scenario.
Okay.
And this is probably going to shape things more than anything. Scenario 1, you are Judge Dredd. So you're Judge Dredd.
Yeah, you're a Judge Dredd. You guys know the deal.
Scenario 2, yeah, the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Scenario 3, you're framed for murder and you're on the run. Scenario 4, a costumed gang war. Scenario 5, a revenge rampage, John Wick style. And scenario 6, treasure hunt. There's a lot of scenarios that could really mix well in this.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
We're going to have to use our noodles.
Yeah, I'm spinning the wheel, and it landed on the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark. So now we have to make a decision.
Okay.
Do we want to get rid of everything and go with the plot of Raiders, or do we want to hold on to that, keep it in our pocket? Because here's what the plot of Raiders is to me. It's if we roll bad for the first two, we can... I think at this point we get one reroll. So we can re-roll this.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can use it instead. So it's an animal as Indiana Jones, essentially.
I mean, we can try it.
You want to just do the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark? With an animal?
We can try it.
All right.
I mean, I'm feeling invincible today, Dave.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So we're nullifying the first two wheels.
I guess so.
And we're just acting out the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right, with animal sidekicks.
Yeah, the title will be Raiders of the Lost Arf.
Mm-hmm. Raiders of the Lost Bark, Dave.
Lost Bark. Okay, I wrote that down.
That is 100% a Big Dog shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, it's time to actually pick who are we going to bring on this journey.
Mm-hmm. Am I going first?
I mean, I certainly have to think about it for a moment.
Well, I don't.
If you don't, then you don't.
I don't need to think about it at all.
Okay. Who are you bringing? Who's your pick?
Jonesy.
Indiana Jonesy.
Indiana Jonesy, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Little hat on that
Put a
cat.
little hat.
Looks like Harrison
A
Ford.
little whip on his side. Just running around.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to have the whip, right? It's just going to be them.
Right, sure. We can give them a little
doing-
hat. I mean, the whip would be useless. It would just be a decorative whip.
Right.
A little Indiana Jones cat costume. So,
Right,
like, the first...
right.
Yeah, so yeah. The first couple of seconds of every one of my turns is going to be the cat furiously kicking the costume off of itself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have to really think about this because I have... Shit. I feel like people would be mad at me if I didn't choose the horse. Because it's a horse, right?
It is a horse.
And it's... this is hard. Because the one I want to pick, the one I'm like, well, this will get me through that, is Chewie. Because it's Chewie. It's Chewbacca. Chewbacca is the easy, like, Chewbacca is basically a person. But a horse dressed as Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious.
It's pretty difficult to ignore, yeah. That makes a powerful offer.
But then I question, like, why am I doing this? Why are we doing anything? Who are we? Why are we here? Why am I going to roleplay as a horse?
Because
going through the plot of Indiana
Jones. You can't
Jones.
let the Ark of the Covenant fall into the hands of the Nazis, Dave.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's true. That's very true.
Mm-hmm. The world needs you, so, I mean...
All right. I guess my question is, what does Shadowfax do?
Yeah, he runs really fast.
Okay.
He's pretty old.
It's an old horse.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any powers? Does Shadowfax have any powers or personality?
Not that I am aware of.
So it's just a horse.
Standard horse stuff. Standard horse.
It's just a hero horse.
Yeah. It's the choose your own adventure. You are a horse.
Fuck it. I had a clear idea of what to do with Chewbacca. Horse, not so much. So let's go with the horse.
Yeah, this will be a good episode of something that people will enjoy.
So, Shadowfax and Jonesy.
Yeah.
Jonesy the cat.
Indiana Jonesy.
Indiana Jonesy. Fuck. So, I guess I'm gonna... I mean, I don't need to, obviously. But let's figure out Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now, when I think of how to paraphrase the plot of Raiders of the Lost Ark, right, into a playable situation, naturally I think about the video games and the Indiana Jones stunt show.
Yeah.
So, first scenario, we have the idol.
The idol. Yeah, the idol. Then you have the streets of... Oh, wait, no, then you have Nepal, the bar fight in Nepal.
Nepal, bar fight.
Then you have the streets of... I forget where they are. Where they do the...
Fuck. Oh, it's Cairo, right?
Cairo.
No. Is it Cairo?
Maybe? I can't remember, but it's that the street scene where...
Cairo. It is. It's Cairo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, where they're doing the fucking all the bullshit with the truck.
Mm-hmm.
All the bullshit with the truck. And then we have the Nazi dig site, the ASPs. I don't know. Do we need that? We should do the fight, the airport fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're asking if we need the Well of the Souls?
I don't think we need the Well of the Souls, right?
I suppose not.
I don't think in the stunt show they go straight to the airport.
Yeah. There's not many stunts in the Well of the Souls.
And then so this. All right, so airport fight. We definitely need the finale.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But that's not much. You know what to do there. You just don't look. But do we want anything before that? There's the U-boat. There's the convoy. Where he's like gonna blow it up. Do we want any of those?
I guess we got
right now. We have 4, and so 5 would be the opening of the arc.
Yeah, I think just go to the finale. We can incorporate the U-boat and the convoy into that.
Right. Okay, so we have Golden Isle, Idol, Nepal bar fight, Streets of Cairo, airport fight, and the opening of the Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You chose. You won. All right, you won the flip. So I think you can choose if you want to go first or not.
That is accurate. I would like you to go first, Dave.
Okie doke. All right, so we open on. It's like the side. It's the jungle. It's like
it's the
right?
Paramount logo.
Yeah, and it morphs.
And it morphs into a real mountain, Dave. It's real.
A real mountain.
It's real fucked up.
Yeah, and the guy sneaks up with the gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the whip goes. Whoosh,
Yeah.
and they turn and look, and hidden in shadows is a horse. And people are like, "Wait, why is there a horse here?" The horse doesn't respond, but you can tell it can kind of know what they're saying. Like it's like mysterious, like it's kind of a haunted horse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the horse goes galloping into the to the booby trap lair with Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
It gets to that first booby trap. And I guess it just clears it, right?
Yeah, he just leaps over that hole.
trap.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's a horse.
Mm-hmm.
It runs into the room with the things that go the shooting. It panics because it's a horse. It freaks out. It kicks Alfred Molina, kills him, kicks the idol, knocks that right over.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't pick it up because it's a horse.
Yeah.
It freaks out some more. I assume it rears up a few times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All
panics.
those darts are flying. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna rattle a horse.
And then it I guess it runs out because it's a horse.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Does Shadowfax have wisdom?
I don't know.
Shadowfax.
Listen, it's a horse.
But it's like the king of horses.
It's the lord of horses.
So there's got to be something this horse can do.
Does there?
Okay, it
I
runs
think it
out.
just
The boulder,
runs fast, Dave.
the boulder comes after it.
It can outrun
outruns
that
the
boulder. Yeah, it's the lord of
Yeah.
horses.
Right. The tribe goes after it. It
Can outrun that tribe too.
The plane is like, come on, Indy. It jumps in the plane, immediately collapses.
Just sinks the plane into the river.
Yeah. It swims to the other side, takes a shit, and the tribe is like, well, the horse did the work for us because it's a horse, and it's not really doing anything. It's just standing there. All right, here's what I do because I see whose horse is Shadowfax? Is that
Gandalf.
It's Gandalf? It's not Aragorn?
It's Gandalf.
Oh, so it really doesn't do anything. It just knows where to find Gandalf.
Yeah.
So I go booking it into the woods to look for Ian McKellen. And I guess I'll make my way.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's what happens: is I make my way to a university where I stomp into a classroom. I knock over the desk. I take a shit.
Yeah.
And God, the teen girls are just crushing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
They're all
this
horse girls. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all horse girls.
Yeah.
So they're like really into
They're
it.
drawing pictures of horses on the back of their eyelids.
Yep. One of the students leaves me an apple, which I immediately eat.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'm like, fuck yes, apples. And I'm just so happy to have an apple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's all I can think about.
Yeah.
And then I guess the government shows
They
up.
sure do, Dave.
And they're like, hey, you're the king of horses. We need you to help. We need your help fighting the Nazis. And I shit on the floor. And I kick one of them really hard. Like maybe in the leg. So they're like, ah, fuck. And they like buckle over. And they're like, I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll send the horse. And so I get on a plane and I head to Nepal. I put my little horse hat over my head, and I get confused because that freaks me out.
Right.
To be
you
blinded.
think the world has vanished.
Yeah, and so I start kicking the air again, and I take another shit, and we land in Nepal, and no one's into it.
No, everybody on the airplane is real upset.
Yeah.
And by the way, the entire time, the Raiders march has been playing.
Right. Yes. All right. That's my first
shitting up and down
turn.
this airplane.
Yeah. So I kind of failed.
This 1930s airplane.
Yeah.
All right. So Indiana Jonesy, the cat. We touch down in the jungles of Peru. Is that where it starts? Did we talk about?
Feels like
Peru.
Yeah.
So the team of guides I've hired immediately lose me. They just can't find. They have no idea where I've gone. I just run straight off into. They have no fucking idea. So for like the next 45 minutes, it's just Alfred Molina and the other guys just looking through the jungle for me.
Yeah, they put out food. They put out your cat litter so you can smell it.
They spend a couple hours out there and give up and go home. They never see me again. They they half-heartedly put up some posters around the neighborhood looking for Indiana Jonesy. They had a really good photo of me that they got some good mileage out of on Instagram where I'm wearing the hat.
Right.
So they're using that one because they figured this is the money shot of Indiana Jonesy. This is the one where everybody's gonna be like, oh, we gotta find that cute cat. But in all likelihood, I've been eaten by a puma already.
Right.
So they just never see me again. I make my way into the temple on my own. Very, very easily getting through the traps. Just kind of exploring like cats do.
Oh, you wouldn't even trigger the
No,
traps.
it's right. I'm so light, I wouldn't trigger most of the traps, so I can just walk through the poison arrow room and everything.
Right.
I do. I leap across that little chasm to get to the idol. Don't quite make it. Have to catch the vines on the other side and scramble up, very undignified. But then once I get to the top, I pretend like it is exactly what I intended to do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I just behave, even though there's nobody around. I behave as though I meant to do that jump like a total asshole.
Right.
And really just collide clumsily with the lip of the gap. That's totally what I meant to do. I get up to the idol, and then I just start yowling.
Yep.
I just start yowling as loud as I possibly can until Harry Dean Stanton shows up to pick up the idol. And then, of course, Harry Dean Stanton picks up the idol, immediately triggers all the booby traps, gets pulverized by arrows and the boulder and everything, and then I just leave.
Yep. That checks out.
So the temple is now home to a golden idol and the corpse of Harry Dean Stanton.
Yeah. But you did what you needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tribe doesn't really notice me. Make my way through the jungle. Make my way to Jock's plane. We take off to head back to the university. Our mission being accomplished.
Yeah.
I freak out on the plane.
Oh, absolutely.
So that when Jock lands in the capital city, so that we can get on the airport back to whatever the university is in Raiders, he's just covered in scratches.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh man, he had a snake in there. That didn't go well.
Yeah, that freaked you right out. That snake is dead.
He you
ate that
almost
snake.
Crashed like 18. Well, the snake is big, so the snake would eat Indiana Jonesy.
Oh, right, that's
true. It's a big snake. It's just his pet snake, Reggie, but it's pretty big.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had to hold me in his lap the whole time, and boy, I took that out of his ass. if you can believe it. So the government shows up and like, Indiana Jonesy, you're the best. We need you to find this ark, and I just yowl.
Sure.
They give me some tuna. I ignore it. They're like, Indiana Jonesy will fund your department for the next 3 years and give you this nice gigantic Catopolis playset that you can play in. And I agree, even though I know that as soon as they deliver the little playset, I'm never going to use it.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
just gonna,
the box, though.
it's going to take up space in there, and it's going to take up a great deal of the limited space they have in their apartment. But
right.
I'm not going to use the goddamn thing.
Right. There's so many animal sidekicks we could have that would have done stuff. like Milo would have gotten that idol. Milo would have jumped in, been scrappy, gotten that idol. Chewbacca would have had no problem. We chose the dumbest animals to do.
I could start yowling. I'll go into Marcus Brody's office. After we speak
Start
to the
yowling?
government, I'll start yowling. I just start yowling until Harry Dean Stanton shows up.
Right.
With the idol.
Right.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Yes, but now we have to go to Nepal.
Yeah, we have to. All right, so I landed in Nepal. I go into the bar and see Marion Ravenwood, an old flame of me,
the horse.
Yeah, she was like, I was a child. You took advantage of me, and I just sort of go, and I mean, like you knew what you were doing, and we have a fight. And what happens? Does Indy leave?
Indy leaves, and then the little toady comes in. Tote.
So I get stressed out because I'm a horse, and so I leap around a little bit. I kick open the door and I go running just into the night.
Mm-hmm.
The Nazis show up. They want the her father's thing
Medallion.
The medallion.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Like the film, the medallion.
Yeah. And they try to torture her with a poker, but at the last minute, I just go smashing through the window.
Mm-hmm.
I do that thing where I don't quite land it, and I sort of kick around and fall over.
Yep.
And everybody's just like, horse! There's a horse!
Right.
And everybody's trying to shoo me out.
Because a loose horse in the middle of an establishment is an immediate emergency.
Yeah. They try to hit me with the poker, and I nope the fuck that out of that. So I just kick the shit out of whoever has the poker.
Mm-hmm.
Poker goes flying, starts a fire. People start shooting at me. I'm freaking out because of the fire now. I know I'm trying to be heroic because that's Shadowfax, I think, knows to try to help. Shadowfax is looking for Gandalf, and it's just trying to help, right? Mm-hmm. I assume, and it can command horses. I'm giving myself that power.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there aren't any horses.
Not a lot of horses in the mountains of Nepal.
So I'm just freaking out again. The fire is really getting big. I'm kicking over like pints of alcohol and making it worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody is like, why did they send a horse? This seems like a bad idea. It can't do anything. I urinate everywhere.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Are you trying to put out the flames?
Yeah. You could say that.
Or is it just that's streams of powerful urine with no specific direction or purpose?
Fear piss. It's just fear piss. Because I met with fire, so I don't want to be in here, and I keep trying to find an escape, but I just get caught in a table. And I have to shake the table off. I've kicked several Nazis to death. I didn't do it on purpose. I'm just freaking out. I'm just losing it. It's just a blur of color and fear. And I smash through another window. And I'm out in the snow. And then Marion is like, "We're partners." And then we escape. She gets on me, and she says, what is it? Show me the meaning of haste. Mm-hmm. And then we ride off. And I'm still trying to fucking find Ian McKellen.
Yeah, he's just nowhere.
Because that's all.
He's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, that's all I want. Yeah, and we're going to go see my friend in Cairo. And so I guess that's it.
Okay.
There'll be horses in Cairo.
There
right?
should be, yeah.
I need something to help me.
I mean, there's probably
I'm just a horse.
there's
so
probably a
far.
few horses around this bar in Nepal. It's just there's not a lot of like
Yeah.
like,
I should have looked
incidental
for
horses. Yeah. You could have
Yeah.
looked for horses. Meanwhile, Indiana Jonesy arrives at Marion's bar in Nepal. Again, first thing I do is furiously kick off my fanciful costume.
Right. Yeah.
Really freak
fucking
out,
flip out.
scratch the fuck out of everyone who put this stupid outfit on me.
Yeah.
I keep the hat though because the hat's awesome.
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, so stroll into the bar. Marion doesn't even really notice me. The Nazis come in. I'm just sitting in the corner watching this unfold. And Tote goes over to the fire grabs the poker. Is gonna use enhanced interrogation as our Donald Rumsfeld would have described it. Rest in paradise. So I start yowling. And then they notice me. And then they try to catch me because, I'm Indiana Jonesy, the fearless archaeologist. But I scamper off. So the Nazis and their hired goons begin turning the place upside down, looking for this cat. And okay, what do I do? We're trying to get Marion out of here with the medallion. But also I'm just trying to be myself, be my authentic self. So I just start yowling. Basically, I just start yowling my head off until Harry Dean Stanton shows up to try to find me. And the Nazis notice Harry Dean Stanton. They don't understand where he is or where he came from. So they just start beating the shit out of Harry Dean Stanton.
Right. Naturally,
yeah, using their enhanced interrogation techniques. Why are you dressed like the future? Where have you come from? Are you some sort of angel? Are you a spy? What are you? And then Marion and I just kind of leave while they're
you're a cute
tormenting
cat. She
Harry
picks you
Dean Stanton.
up. Yeah. Using your power of Harry Dean Stanton.
Using my power of luring Harry Dean Stanton into horrible situations. We escape.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep. And she holds up the medallion and she says, "You got more than you bargained for, Indiana Jonesy. I'm your goddamn partner." And I just say,
right. Yeah. All right.
She has to spend about
Cairo.
4 hours looking for me in the snow after we leave the bar.
Yeah, of course.
We get on an air.
Watch her the whole time. You're hiding.
I'm just watching her. Yeah,
I'm
10 feet away, just watching her the whole time.
Yeah.
We get on the plane. She can't find me on the fucking plane.
Yep.
I'm just gone.
All right. Streets of Cairo.
Mm-hmm.
So what? All right. So this is
the Marion's
Marion gets
kidnapping leading to the truck chase.
Okay. I'm trying to remember how that starts. Using children as shields, going the bad dates. I'm trying to remember how does the action start. She gets kidnapped, and then he's like Marion, and tries to help, right?
Something like that.
Marion grabs. She has a thing, and she's hiding in the baskets. And Indiana horse. I was visiting my friend. I ate all the dates, but they weren't poisoned that bad, so I just shit.
Mm-hmm. You just
I just shit
horrible shit.
Yeah, just a
constant stream. It's like propulsion.
Right, and everybody's like, "Why did we bring this horse?" And so I go out on the street, and Marion gets kidnapped, and she's like, "Indy!" And I'm very fast. And finally, I have other horses around me. So I go to the other horses. I'm like, "Have you seen Ian McKellen?" Mm-hmm. Because I'm looking for him. My entire identity is transporting Ian McKellen places.
Yeah,
and
that's been
being
it's been
mysterious.
taken from you.
Yeah, I looked up Shadowfax's powers. There's nothing.
No, he's just a horse. It's an old horse.
It's just an old horse. So I guess I shit again because the horses haven't seen Ian McKellen.
And honestly, that's your power.
Yeah, shitting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and running. So I start to run after the car, and a guy with a big sword stops me, and he's doing sword tricks, and I just kick him in the face so hard that his jaw explodes, and it turns out I didn't even really see him.
It's an accidental.
Like he was doing those tricks. Yeah, exactly. And I was just because I was surrounded by people, and I started freaking out because I'm being surrounded by people, and I'm like, how do I get out? How do I get out? How do I get out? I'm a horse. I find a bunch of street food, like lettuce and turnips and shit, and I just start eating those until a truck explodes, and I go ah. And I start running because I'm freaked out. There's really nothing else for a horse to do.
Not really.
I'm trying to roleplay accurately as a horse here.
It's all we can ask for is authentic roleplay.
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, you're right. And so I'm like, oh no, that human that rode me earlier is dead. I better run in one direction. And I'm going to run, I guess all right. So we're really yada-yadaing a lot of scenes here, right?
Yeah.
Cause I need to go find the Staff of Ra. I don't know how a horse would do that.
Well, you don't need to find it. You just need to make one.
Yeah.
Using the dimensions on the medallion, you remember?
Right. And then I use it. So I'm just going to go to the Well of Souls and just do a lot of shitting. I don't think I can get down there. There. I think what would happen is they'd shove the horse down there, right, with Marion, and I would freak the fuck out because turns out I hate snakes.
Yeah, no, it's
just like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, just like Indiana Jones was part horse all along.
Yep. I kick Marion in the chest.
Sure.
It's she recovers, but boy, it takes her a while.
Your relationship is now changed.
Yeah, she is bruised. I freak out. I start kicking the snakes up everywhere. I'm just a full horse, just a big, majestic white horse, just kicking snakes in circles until I smash through a wall, and that's where I find the airstrip. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah. All right. So we touched down in Cairo to go meet with Sala. Marion and I hit the streets of Cairo. I'm looking sharp in my little hat. Of course, I take off, and she just never sees me again. Marion Ravenwood never sees Indiana Jonesy again. As soon as we hit the streets, I'm just gone.
Right.
So I wander around the streets. I notice some commotion involving some trucks and some baskets, so I head over there. And then I just start yowling.
Yeah.
One of the Nazis notices me and picks me up and puts me in the truck. And we just drive. I just ride with the truck.
That checks out.
And they take me to the digging site. They take me over to the big Nazi dig site. So I get out there. And I know from the conversation we had with Sala and with the wise man about Marion's medallion, before I took off in the streets and none of them ever saw me again. Right. I know the dimensions of the Staff of Ra. So using my kitty archaeological PhD, I calculate where the Well of the Souls will be. So I head in that direction, and then I stand at the edge of where the Well of the Souls will be, and I just start yowling, just meowing my head off, just yowling until people notice that that's where the Well of the Souls is.
Right.
They dig it up. Harry Dean Stanton shows up to respond to my yowling because that's what he does. And Belloc looks over as he's complaining to the Nazi commander about his timetable. And notices Harry Dean Stanton standing there, and he's like, "Zutalo, what is Harry Dean Stanton doing standing there on the Well of the Souls?" So he heads over there. They shove me and Harry Dean Stanton into the Well of the Souls. Let's see. We're poking around with all the snakes. Turns out Harry Dean Stanton also doesn't like snakes. So we got to tip this statue of Anubis over. So I claw Harry Dean Stanton's hand so he drops his torch. So now he doesn't. Now he can't see, and also he can't fend off the snakes. So I climb up to the top of the statue of Anubis and start yowling for him. He knows.
Right.
So he starts looking for me, and precariously climbing up the statue of Anubis to find me. And then our combined weight on the Anubis statue's shoulder becomes too much. It tips over. He falls off into the snakes. I crash through the wall and escape to the airfield. While the Raiders theme is playing.
You do like the crash run when a cat falls, like when a cat knocks something over and then
it takes off.
The cat didn't
I'm trying to get as far away from the scene of the crime as possible. Yeah. Just sprint right through all the corpses and that are behind the wall there.
Oh, absolutely.
And just come
we don't care about any
bolting out onto the airfield. Mm-hmm. And that'll lead us into the airfield scene.
Yeah, I'm on the airfield. How does Marion get in the plane? Is she just trying to get away from?
She's trying to help Indy. She climbs up there. She knocks the pilot out with the tire blocks.
Right. So Marion sees that the horse, there's a big swole ass Nazi sneaking up on the horse. So she gets in the plane and knocks out the Nazi and gets trapped in the plane. Meanwhile, me, the horse, I'm just watching her do this with my blank horse eyes. I'm thinking about Ian McKellen and where I can find him. And I'm just sniffing around, looking for carrots and whatnot. The Nazi comes behind me with a wrench, but he should have tapped on me or something first, because that freaks me right out that he's coming in from behind. So just with both legs, I kick him right in the chest. He falls. He doesn't get chopped up. He's just kind of down. He's kind of rolling a bit. But you can tell, I don't think he's getting up.
The fight's been taken out of him.
Yeah, I think he's all done. I'm clopping around, just sort of watching this plane spin out, I guess. Marion's stuck in the plane. The plane's spinning around. I'm clopping. I'm looking for Ian McKellen. I start running around the plane. I'm clopping. I find some carrots. Your airport carrots. I with my little snout, I do that weird little snout thing, and I
your little horse lips.
Yeah, my little horse lips. Marion's in there Indy. I'm clopping.
Just a lot of clopping.
I'm circling. I'm clopping. I'm worried, but there's nothing I can do. And I guess the plane explodes because I can't do anything as a horse. And I guess Marion dies, and the plane explodes.
Sure.
And that freaks me out. And I run straight past the truck carrying the Ark.
It's not a box full. It's not a truck full of Ian McKellen.
It's exactly. And I just keep going in one direction as fast as I can to get to London to board a steamer. Just blowing past the Ark. And that's it. Marion her skeleton is burning.
Mm-hmm. There's not even bones left.
I'm running in one direction. And that's it. I'm going to London, baby. I guess, wait. I guess I should get to the opening of the Ark, right?
Yeah, you might.
So I board the steamer. I meet my friend. He lets me on the steamer. I don't know why. They put me in a room.
Honestly, he just wants you the hell out of out of his life.
I stand in this room because I'm a horse, and I'm just standing there for most of the trip. They put some hay in there. I eat the hay.
Just a fine
Nazis
layer of piss and shit in your stateroom.
Right. The Nazis don't they don't show up because there's no Ark. They have the Ark still. So they're off doing their Nazi Ark thing. I'm on this horse going to London. Right. We're going to London. I didn't go to London. So I'm a horse on a boat just standing there. I'm just staring. I'm eating hay. I'm looking for Ian McKellen. And we're going to London.
That sounds like a fun trip.
I think that's
right.
it. I think that's it.
Okay. If adventure has a name, truly, it is.
I should have been Chewbacca. Go on.
Okay, so Indiana Jonesy tears ass onto the airfield, and immediately it's an emergency. Right. Just everybody scrambling, trying to catch this cat. So some jacked. They were doing some test on some top secret airplane. But in the pandemonium, everything's kind of like shit is just hitting the fan. Everything's going to the wind. The big swole Nazi mechanic, in his desperate haste to try to catch this cat, is just not looking and runs right into the propeller of the airplane.
Exactly.
Causes a huge fucking the pilot freaks out when that happens. Understandably, it causes a malfunction where a piece of the plane collides with the fuel tank, and now the whole airfield's on fire, and there's just this cat running around screaming its ass off while all these Nazi airmen are trying to catch it and also keep the entire airfield from exploding. That doesn't happen. Right. The whole airfield explodes. I just run out of there.
Yeah,
and jump into the nearest thing, which is the truck carrying the Ark of the Covenant. So I just ride with the Nazis to the island.
Yeah. Checks out.
They're like, "Oh, hey, a cat. It's our good luck kitty."
Yeah.
And they pet me on the way there.
A little Nazi cat.
During the, I wanted a footnote here. During the confusion, as I was running, sprinting to every corner of the airfield, just leading a merry chase of Nazi mechanics, I was yowling for Harry Dean Stanton the whole time. So he did show up, but was consumed by the ensuing explosion.
Absolutely.
He showed up just in time to get completely atomized by 10,000 gallons of jet fuel.
That checks out.
Only his Hawaiian shirt remained.
Just
flapping in the wind. Yeah, his trucker hat. Yep. That's it.
Well, it's time for me to do the opening of the Ark. So the Nazis are bringing it to the island. They are met with nobody is there to fight back. There's no resistance of any kind. Meanwhile, the horse arrives at London. I immediately run out. I'm looking for Ian McKellen. I'm running as fast as I can, just down the streets of London. I stop every now and then for carrots and lettuce.
There's lots of it. It's all
Marion
available
is
to you.
Yeah, Marion's corpse still just set like in that plane. No one's attended to it. No one's gonna, no one's gonna clean that up. I get to the college. Where does he work?
He works at 2 different colleges. I can't remember what. I think it's like. Fuck, I can't remember what it is. There's one in Raiders, one in Crusade, and then he's back at the one from Raiders in Crystal Skull, and I forget what it's called at the moment.
Oh, okay. I get,
they're all fake. I think it's Marshall College in the first movie.
Marshall, yeah, I think you're right.
It's named after Frank Marshall.
Yeah, I smash through the fucking front doors. I run down. Marcus Brody is there, and he's like, "You're back!" And he scoops me. I kick him right in the
horse
face.
Noise.
Yeah, he's dead. He is.
Oh, Marcus.
Dead. Marcus is dead. Marion's dead. I kick open another door. I freak the fuck out. The CIA guys are there, and they're like, "You did it, Jones. We just got word that the Nazis all vaporized themselves, opening the Ark. It's all thanks to you." And I go, and they say, "Don't worry, we have top men working on it right now." And I go, and they go, "Top men." And I won.
You did. You win.
I win because the moral, folks, is that Indiana Jones could be a horse, and the Nazis would still lose in that plot.
in the plot.
So,
yes.
Yeah, in that plot.
Yeah,
in that specific
the
plot.
movie Raiders of the Lost Ark is about Indiana Jones, the character. So
right, right. So yeah, the Indiana horse. I guess Marion's not there, so I can't go off into the sunset.
You just gallop confusedly down the street.
Yeah, just looking for Ian McKellen, who doesn't exist in this universe. No. So unfortunately, it's kind of
certainly
sad.
Not at this time.
Yeah, so I'm just galloping really fast because I'm a horse, and that's what I can do.
Yeah, that's the extent of your abilities. Yeah. Just wide-eyed, freaking out.
Yeah.
Little horse legs flying in every direction.
Yeah. Yeah. The hat, nowhere near me at this point. It's flown off
flew
ages
off
ago.
Several countries ago. So we arrive at the island, Indiana Jonesy, and his new best friends, the Nazis. Belloc has essentially adopted me, or so he thinks. So he's carrying me. He's carrying me on his shoulder as with the convoy as we're walking up to the Grail site to open it, or not the Grail site, the ritual site, to open the Ark. It's the same setup, except obviously Marion's not tied to a post because Marion's not there. Right. She's back in Cairo with Salah, for all I know. They're doing the same thing that Alpha Merlina did in the beginning. They're putting up posters of my adorable little face. It's the same photograph. Little does anyone suspect that Indiana Jonesy has had 19 different owners, and they all think they're his one true owner. But that's not the case. Indiana Jonesy belongs to no one. He belongs to adventure. So we get to the island. Belloc starts his thing where he's going to open the Ark. They've got everybody watching. I'm just kind of standing off to the side with my hat. I have allowed the hat to remain on. It's part of my ruse. And just as the Ark is about to be opened, I start yowling my fucking ass off until Harry Dean Stanton shows up. And then as soon as Harry Dean Stanton shows up, I stop yowling, so they open the Ark. So Harry Dean Stanton is eliminated by the wrath of God. He arrives just in time to be melted like a stick of butter in the microwave. And then his skeleton...
Yeah, he's like, "What is it, you cat? What do you want?"
And then his skeleton explodes,
vaporized.
All the Nazis are vaporized. The wrath of God doesn't strike me because I'm a cat. I don't go to heaven anyway. I have no soul. So they're not interested in me. Everybody gets nuked. I just wait there with the Ark. The government guys show up. They take me back to the States. We have that conversation in Marshall College. Similar exchange. I'm like, nah! Top men are looking at it. Top men. Just screaming at them. Harry Dean Stanton pokes his head in. You guys seen Jones?
Yeah.
Kitty crap. Jones pokes his head in. So yeah, the very last shot is them pushing the Ark of the Covenant. The guy storing it, pushing his little handcart with the Ark of the Covenant in an unlabeled box in Area 51 amidst stacks of other identical boxes. And just as he's about to round a corner to stow it away in some forgotten corner of this warehouse to be forever forgotten, Indiana Jones, he sprints past him, and the guy has to turn around and start chasing me through this warehouse.
Yep. He's like,
then Harry Dean Stanton shows up to help look for me.
Right. Yeah.
And that's it.
Roll credits. Yep. Roll credits. God. All right. So look, we did animals.
We did animals.
It wasn't the best idea, but we got there, and I think we had fun doing it. I think you technically won because Marion was alive in your, but I feel like we both either won or lost.
I feel like I won.
We both stayed true to our characters, for better or for worse. But yeah, I think you won because I couldn't get my little horse hooves on the plane, and I just couldn't save Marion. Like, how do you save Marion as a horse in that scenario?
It's kind of tough.
It's kind of tough. You need to be ridden, by Harrison Ford. That's the key. When you look at Indiana Jones riding a horse, you're like, it's the top part. That's the confident part, not the bottom part. Right. Otherwise, I'm just a horse. Even the king of horses. I think that's the moral there too. Even the Lord of Horses. It's still just a horse.
It's just really old.
Yeah.
It's an old horse that runs faster than every other horse.
Yeah, I have no way of doing anything. Like, my neck's not long enough. I can't really pick stuff up in my mouth, really. I don't have thumbs. I have very little. I'm not expressive.
Yeah, everything you do is bad.
Yeah, I'm like a table. I'm basically a table.
Yeah. You're a table that also craps on the floor. You're a table that you can't keep inside.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I'm a patio table.
Yeah, you're an outdoor table.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll give that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Indiana Jonesy.
Good job. Indiana Jonesy. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
We sure did. I'm so proud of us. I don't care if this was anything.
It's who gives a shit? It's something to us. I have enjoyed it so far. I hope James Rainey has enjoyed this. James, thank you so much. As always, our producer James, for making this happen. And folks, this was done through our Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed, there's exclusive podcasts on there, like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, and Fox Mulder is a Maniac, and Star Trek The Next Futurama. There should already be a new one out this month.
Woo!
Check it out. Or I don't know what month this is coming out. I don't know time.
We also have a store. Should I do that? If we don't know what month this is?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know if we'll still have the same place for the store, but we'll have a store, and it was tpublic.com/stores/gamefullyunemployed, where you could get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of things. There's probably a new
address at this point.
If there isn't, it means we gave up. If there is, we could always dub it in. We could always just have someone but we're not going to
do that. So I don't know why you're having this conversation.
Why would we do that? Why would we ever?
We wouldn't.
Do that?
That's the answer. The answer is that
No.
we wouldn't. So if that
wouldn't.
has happened, that means that we've been murdered and replaced by robot decoys.
Yeah, and in that case, avenge us. To quote Harry Dean Stanton,
Avenge us!
avenge me.
Yes. Full circle, folks. I think. Bye.
Bye.